Hello and welcome to For the Sake of Curiosity. My name is Tommy, and in this video we're going to go over 5 of the most notorious cults in history. Nexium is an American cult that engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, and racketeering. Based in Clifton Park, New York, Nexium purported to be a multi-level marketing company that offered personal and professional development seminars through its executive success programs. The company was a recruiting platform for a secret society called DOS, in which women were branded and forced into sexual slavery. In 1998, Keith Raniere and Nancy Salzman founded Nexium as a personal development company offering executive success programs and a range of techniques for self-improvement. Raniere claimed that its main emphasis is to have people experience more joy in their lives. In March 2018, Raniere was arrested and indicted on a variety of charges related to DOS, including sex trafficking conspiracy, and conspiracy to commit forced labor. He was found guilty of all charges, and on October 27, 2020, Raniere was sentenced to 120 years in prison. The Manson family was a commune, gang, and cult led by Charles Manson that was active in California in the late 1960s and early 1970s. The group consisted of approximately 100 followers who lived an unconventional lifestyle with habitual use of hallucinogenic drugs such as LSD. Most were young women from middle-class backgrounds, many of whom were radicalized by Manson's teachings and drawn by hippie culture and communal living. In 1967, Manson, who had been institutionalized or incarcerated for more than half of his life at this point, began attracting acolytes in the San Francisco area. With these so-called acolytes, who later became his family, he later moved to a rundown ranch in San Fernando Valley. According to group member Susan Atkinson, the members of the family were convinced that Manson was a manifestation of Jesus Christ and believed in his prophecies concerning an imminent apocalyptic race war. In 1969, family members Tex Watson, Susan Atkinson, and Patricia Kerwinkle entered the home of Hollywood actress Sharon Tate and murdered her and 4 others. Members of the Manson family were also responsible for a number of other murders, assaults, petty crimes, and thefts. The Branch Davidians were a religious cult which was founded in 1955 by Benjamin Roden. They regarded themselves as a continuation of the General Association of Davidian Seventh-day Adventists. In 1981, a young man named Vernon Howell, later known as David Koresh, came to Mount Carmel, the Branch Davidian compound, and studied biblical prophecy under Lois Roden, who was Benjamin Roden's wife. By 1984, the core group of Davidians had shifted their allegiance from Lois's son George to Koresh. Koresh's leadership of the Davidians ended at the climax of the Waco Siege of 1993, a 51-day standoff between members of the sect and federal agents when Mount Carmel was destroyed in a fire. Heaven's Gate was an American cult that was founded in 1974 and led by Bonnie Nettles and Marshall Applewhite, later known within the movement as T and Doe respectively. Nettles and Applewhite first met in 1972 and went on a journey of spiritual discovery, identifying themselves as the 2 witnesses of a revelation, attracting a following of several hundred people in the mid-1970s. In 1976, the group stopped recruiting and instituted a monistic lifestyle. Scholars have described the theology of Heaven's Gate as a mixture of Christianity, New Age, and ufology, and as such has been characterized as a UFO religion. The central belief of the group was that the followers would transform themselves into immortal extraterrestrial beings by rejecting their human nature, and that they would ascend to heaven, referred to as the next level or the evolutionary level above human. The death of Nettles to cancer in 1985 challenged the group's views on ascension, where they originally believed that they would ascend to heaven while alive aboard a UFO, later coming to believe that the body was merely a container or vehicle for the soul, and that their consciousness would be transferred to the next level bodies upon death. On March 26, 1997, deputies of the San Diego County Sheriff's Department discovered the bodies of the 39 active members of the group, including that of Applewhite, in a house in the San Diego suburb of Rancho Santa Fe. They have participated in a mass suicide, a coordinated series of ritual suicides coinciding with the closest approach of the comet Hale-Bopp. Just before the mass suicide, the group's website was updated with the message, "Hale-Bopp brings closure to Heaven's Gate. Our 22 years of classroom here on planet Earth is finally coming to a conclusion. Graduation from the human evolutionary level. We are happily prepared to leave this world and go with T's crew." The People's Temple Agricultural Project, better known as Jonestown, was a remote settlement that was established by the People's Temple, a San Francisco-based cult under the leadership of Jim Jones. The settlement became internationally known when, on November 18, 1978, a total of 918 people died at the settlement. In total, 909 individuals died in Jonestown, all but 2 from apparent cyanide poisoning, in an event termed Revolutionary Suicide by Jones and some People's Temple members on an audio tape of the event and in prior recorded discussions. The poisonings in Jonestown followed the murder of 5 others by Temple members, including United States Congressman Leo Ryan, an act that Jones ordered, and those were 5 of the most notorious cults in history. Make sure to go ahead and give that thumbs up button and that subscribe button some love today. It'll help the channel grow and help us be blessed by that almighty algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.